Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Ganzo G7372. This large EDC knife is a frame lock with a Spyderco hole, and it has these gorgeous stainless steel bolsters and some black G10. Looks really good for $19.98, which makes this extremely high value. So if you're interested in this at any time, I went ahead and provided a link below. You can get it at GearBest, again for $19.98. So now let's go ahead and take a close look. So besides the knife, it came in this box just like most Ganzo knives, and you can see here it does say model G7372. This is black. They also have an orange version. They also give you a pouch, sort of felt, says Ganzo on it. And what's strange is on the knife itself, it says G737. G737. On the box it says G7372. But on the GearBest website, this is the model number they use. So hopefully I'll have my video with the right keywords where either one will bring up my video. So not sure where the typo lies, whether it was on the knife or on the box. I would say that this is correct because most Ganzo knives have a letter, the G, and then 3 numbers, not 4 numbers. So it's kind of strange. Alright, so like I said, black. They also have this in orange with the stainless steel bolsters, which is part of the liner, by the way. It's just cut out, and then these are more technically inlays. But it has that classic look. If you're tired of black, all black tactical knives, and you just want to go back to a more classical look, you could get it here at a high value price, and you still get all the modern features. So it's really cool. So the G10 has some texturing. Has some good traction, really nice. Folded length is 4 3/4 inches. Weight is kind of heavy, 5.85 ounces. Again, those inlays right there. G10, stone washed bolsters, if you want to call them that. Generous lanyard hole. The clip is fixed. No holes to put it anywhere else. Has 3 torx screws, T7s, holding that clip on, so you can remove those, take it off, or you can put it right back on where it is, because that's it. You have flow-through construction, pillar design right there, so dirt will flow right through. Also all held together with T7 screws, as you can see there. Now there is another torx screw, your pivot screw, and that can be screwed with a Torx T10. So I think that covers all the external things on this knife. Let's go ahead and deploy it. Deployment is through the Spidey hole. And for anyone who owns a Spyderco knife will know that once you start using this type of deployment, you don't want to go back to a thumb, a thumb stud or something else. Now this is a little stiff because it's brand new. I'm giving you the out-of-the-box experience, so you got to really use your wrist right there to get it open. But with a little bit of oil, a little bit of working and playing with it, you could probably get it nice and loose. I have with all my other Ganzos, so why would this one be any different? Washers in here, it'll probably be kind of hard to see, but it's phosphor bronze washers on both sides of the blade. You can see it's a frame lock right there. You can see the retention ball right there. So that sort of keeps the blade from coming out. But I could tell you right now, this is the first con. Retention is fair. It's not great. It doesn't take too much to get that blade out. That is the main con of this knife. I jumped ahead of myself just a little bit, but I wanted to just show that. You have some nice jimping right there. Go ahead and deploy it. You can see how that jimping ends up on the thumb ramp right there. So between the texturing on the G10, the jimping right here, the choil right here, it's not going to slip. Ergo's really nice. Even reverse grip, the way that the handle is shaped, very comfortable no matter how you hold this. Additionally, you have a half and half choil right here. So if you're doing some work, you need to choke up on the blade, no problem. So you need to extend or you need to choke up, you have both options right here. Now the blade is typical Ganzo 440C US stainless steel, HRC of 58 to 60. The edge is a fine edge all the way, nothing, no combo edge or anything like that going on. Full flat grind, and you can see it has a nice stonewash finish. You even get a sharpening choil right there. That's important if you're sharpening on the stone so you don't mess up the shoulder here of your knife. You can have a little area not to ruin your stone. The full unfolded length of this is 8 3/8 inches. So it's definitely a large knife when open. The blade length is 3 5/8 inches. The working edge of the blade, which is from the point to right where that choil is, the sharpening choil, is 3 1/4 inches. Folded length, I think I covered it, but just to make sure, 4 3/4 inches. First test is blade centering, and it's perfect. Blade centering is perfect. Retention, again, I already showed you that retention is fair. I mean, you could feel the retention ball holding it, but it doesn't take too much to break it loose and have it come out. So just be aware of that. Some people might like that. They might want to be able to deploy it using that little trick right there. It'll be able to do that right out of the box. Lockup. Let's go ahead and fling it open. And you can see right there, very early, but I have not had any problems with it closing or anything like that. And that means it's holding it secure and you have a lot of room to wear. So lockup is good, solid. There's no up and down play. There's no side to side play. Ergonomics I sort of already covered, but again, no matter forward grip, rear grip here, reverse grip, everything is very comfortable, very ergonomic. There's no high spots on this knife that are poking you in the hand. Traction, texture here is just right. The only thing I can complain about is the jimping is almost just ornamental. It barely provides actual grip. You know, just a little bit, but not too much. You have to really dig your finger down in there for it to actually be effective. Sharpness, well, I've got my notes here. I've got to make sure I don't cut anything important. But you're push cutting, as you can see. So it's very, very sharp. Can I shave? Luckily, I'm a hairy kind of guy. Yep. We're shaving. Now, it's not super shaving sharp, but it is definitely removing hair from my hand. So it is not super duper razor sharp, but it's pretty sharp. Last test. People always give me grief about this. I don't know why. People just complain and whine and whine. Don't do this with your knife. I'm doing it so you don't have to. If they didn't do a proper heat treatment on this, poking it with soft pine, poking it into soft pine like that would break the tip very easily. This is not the way you should treat your knife. I'm doing it so you don't have to. You can see it's getting in there pretty deep. Alright, so let's take a look at the tip. And it's still pointy. So, to summarize, you have an extremely high value knife that has extremely good build quality, built like a tank as a matter of fact, and it's strong and it's sharp out of the box. The big con is the blade retention is kind of weak. Some people might find that useful, doing that, you know, reverse open thing. If you want to do that, if that's what you're looking for, there you go. If not, I haven't had it open up in my pocket, but you know, see, normal shaky, it's not coming out. A very purposeful one, it's going to come out. So, letting you know. If you're interested in this knife, again, the link is provided below. $19.98 from GearBest with free shipping. However, It's coming from China. It's going to take a little time. Expected about a month and a half, worst case. So just be aware. I'm totally upfront. Alright, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.